Everyone take your seats because we need to talk about this year's MTV Video Music Awards. From MrBeast's comments about Blackpink to Katseye's show-stopping moves, Rosé's viral acceptance speech, Lisa's backlash, and so much more, we've got plenty to cover. So let's jump right in. The MTV Video Music Awards 2025 took place on Sunday, September 7th in New York. This year's ceremony was broadcast on multiple platforms, reaching a wider audience than ever before. The show grabbed attention not only with its performances but also with its award winners. In particular, Katseye, despite having debuted less than a year ago, was one of the most talked about names of the night. This year, 4 names from the K-pop world took home awards: Lisa, Rosé, Katseye, and Blackpink. But what surprised me the most was that in the choreography category, not a single K-pop idol was nominated. Honestly, choreography equals K-pop in my opinion, so how did no group make the list? I was shocked. Moving on to the awards themselves, Rosé scored 8 nominations at the VMAs. Let me list them out: Video of the Year, Best Collaboration, Best Pop, Best Direction, Best Art Direction, Best Visual Effects, Best K-pop, and Song of the Year. Out of these 8, Rosé made history by winning Song of the Year with APT, her collaboration with Bruno Mars. And this was the very first time a K-pop artist had ever won in this category. She went up against some truly massive names and still came out on top. A video of the moment her name was announced went viral on social media. If you watch closely, you'll see Rosé get excited, stand up, and lean toward the person next to her. Some people online said she tried to hug the man, but he didn't respond, which broke my heart because it looked like no one shared in her joy. But others pointed out that she was actually leaning in to grab her speech notes, not for a hug. What do you think? Was she trying to hug him or just taking the notes? Let me know in the comments. After that, Rosé walked up to the stage full of excitement and dedicated her award to her younger self, saying, "I dedicate this award to my 16-year-old self who dreamed, and to everyone who has watched me grow into the artist I am today and entrusted me with their dreams." She also thanked Bruno Mars, saying, "First of all, I want to thank Bruno Mars for believing in me and helping me. This moment is the reward for all our hard work." And part of her speech was in Korean. Teddy Oppa, I won an award. Blackpink members, I won an award. Thank you always and I love you. I think Rosé's speech was really heartfelt and genuine. But since she won with a collaboration track, of course many people commented things like she only won because Bruno Mars was on the song. Now APT was basically this year's Gangnam Style from kids to adults. Whether they listened to K-pop or not, everyone knew this song by heart. Would the song have been the same without Bruno? Maybe not. But without Rosé, it also wouldn't have been this good. Like I said, you can't credit the success of this track to just one person. It was a collaboration and both artists did an amazing job. That's why I don't agree with the "she only won because of him" comments. Rosé actually wrote the song and personally reached out to Bruno. That's a huge effort and a brilliant move. By the way, during the awards night, Rosé met and chatted with lots of celebrities, taking pictures together. I'll show you a few of them here. Now let's move on to Lisa. Lisa's collaboration track Born Again with Doja Cat and Ray won the Best K-pop award. With this win, Lisa tied with BTS as the artist who has won the most Best K-pop VMAs. If I'm not mistaken, that means she won in 2022, 2024, and now 2025. Lisa didn't attend the ceremony in person, but she did send a video message to thank everyone. Of course, social media blew up after the win. Some said, "How can this be the Best K-pop award when there isn't even a Korean artist on the track?" Others pointed out, "The song is entirely in English, how is that K-pop?" And some even claimed Lisa only won because of Frederick. But at the end of the day, this award is decided by fan votes, and we really shouldn't underestimate Lisa's Thai fandom. Let me also tell you the story behind Born Again. The song was originally written by Ray during her time at her former label, but the rights stayed with that company. When Lisa acquired the rights, she invited Ray to be part of the track. That's how, after 4 years, Ray was finally able to perform her own song. That's why her part in the track lasts about 82 seconds. And for Ray, this also became her very first VMA win. Now, let's move on to the group that stole the spotlight that night, Katseye. The girls were one of the most talked about names at this year's VMAs. They won the MTV Push Performance of the Year award. During the acceptance speech, Lara said, "Thank you so much. This is something completely new for us, and it feels crazy to be experiencing it for the very first time. We've been through so much together, so this moment feels so rewarding. It feels like everything has finally paid off, and it gives us the strength to keep going. Later, together with Sophia, they also thanked Hybe, Geffen Records, their fans, and even said, "Thank you to our visionary leader, Chairman Bang." The moment they won, the entire venue went wild with cheers and applause. And it wasn't just inside the venue, the girls also performed in the pre-show, singing Gnarly and Gabriella. What was really surprising was that almost everyone in the crowd sang along and even joined the choreography. Considering they only debuted recently, seeing such massive love and recognition is unbelievable. But honestly, I think they truly deserve it. During the night, the girls also met and took pictures with many celebrities. Their interaction with Ariana Grande became one of the most shared moments online. Fans were thrilled to see Ariana showing admiration for Katseye and posing for photos with them. Another unforgettable moment was when Zara Larsson spotted them in the middle of her interview and said, "Sorry, I have to go say hi to these girls," leaving the interview just to greet them. That shows how loved they were that night. Also, the actresses who played Huntrix in K-pop Demon Hunters were present at the VMAs, and later in this video we'll talk more about them. Katseye members even spent time with the Huntrix girls and had conversations together, which I thought was worth mentioning. Another big moment on Katseye's side was Yoonchae's reaction, or rather her lack of reaction on the red carpet when asked, "Do you have a message for the LGBTQ community?" The members as a group responded with, "We love the LGBTQ community," but people quickly noticed that Yoonchae didn't say anything. Social media criticism followed, with some users even suggesting she might be homophobic. Personally, I don't believe that at all. To me, it looked like she was too nervous to react in that moment, or maybe she avoided commenting because in Korea, homosexuality is still considered a taboo topic and she didn't want to spark backlash. But I definitely don't think she's homophobic. On another note, Katseye winning in this category reignited some old rumors. Since 2022, this award has only gone to Hybe artists, 17 in 2022, TXT in 2023, Le Seraphim in 2024, and Katseye in 2025, all Hybe acts. Because of this, there have long been rumors online that Hybe has been bribing MTV. I don't believe that, but even if it were true, I think Katseye had absolutely no need for favoritism to win this year. They deserved it fair and square. Now, if we talk about the after-party rumors heated up when Katseye's Manon was spotted next to the kid Leroy while heading there, many people immediately assumed the two were dating. Manon quickly shut down those rumors, saying she was tired of being automatically linked to every guy she was seen walking beside. That pretty much ended the speculation. Moving on to Blackpink this year, the group won Best Group, but since only Rosé was present at the ceremony, there was no acceptance speech. Still, the win once again proved Blackpink's global dominance, both as a group and as individual artists. And speaking of Blackpink, we can't skip over what MrBeast said in his interview. During the show, he was asked, "Who would you most like to film a video with?" And he answered, "I know Blackpink's here, literally anyone from Blackpink." That would be crazy. I mean it. It wouldn't even feel real, but like Rosé or Lisa, that would be wild. It wouldn't even feel like real life. That would be one of the biggest videos of all time. Honestly, I never expected MrBeast to say he wanted to collab with Blackpink, but if it ever happened, it would definitely be incredible content. Actually, pause this video for a second and comment down below if MrBeast and Blackpink did a YouTube video together. What kind of video do you think it would be? Alright, if you've written your ideas, let's move on to the K-pop Demon Hunters girls. One of the most talked about movies this year was K-pop Demon Hunters. After it dropped on Netflix, it stayed at the top for weeks. But it wasn't just an animation, it came with powerful music, memorable characters, and a fully built world that sparked a whole new K-pop wave. In particular, the fictional girl group Huntrix from the film became hugely popular, loved by both fans and general audiences. And of course, the vocalists behind the Huntrix characters EJA, Audrey, and Ray Amy also showed up at the VMAs. The girls were a huge topic of discussion that night, both for their music and their looks. Audrey Nuna especially caught attention with her strappy leather mini dress paired with a floor-length black coat. Now, take a closer look at that outfit. Does it remind you of something? Yes, it was actually inspired by the scene in the film where Mira shows up at the MET gala in a sleeping bag. I think that was such a clever and sweet reference. comments. When asked about the movie, Nuna said, "We didn't expect Golden to have such an explosive impact. It was even a surprise for us." By the way, not every award was announced live during the ceremony. For example, winners who didn't show up in person didn't have their awards announced, and some categories were announced during the pre-show or even after the main event. Because of that, there was some confusion. While people online were saying, "This artist won that award," those watching live were commenting things like, "Wait, when did that happen? We didn't see it." Naturally, fans were upset about this. For instance, Lisa did win an award, but it wasn't announced during the ceremony at all. Fans complained, saying they could have at least given a short announcement. Many felt it was disrespectful, especially since this category was one of the most exciting moments for millions of fans. By ignoring it on stage, the value of the award felt diminished in their eyes. And considering people had voted like crazy, I also think it should have been acknowledged at least briefly during the show. And that wraps up the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards. So, what do you think? Are you happy with the results? Or do you wish different groups had taken home some of the trophies? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.